This is Black Times Infinity. I am your host, your boy Blue, come to you live and straight from the stack, smoking out that dank shit. On my far left, choking people down on one and twos, mixing up on threes and fours, Chronos.
I'm all better now. I don't have the Rona. I'm surviving, y'all.
Yeah, we got to get into that a little bit later. On my far right, we got the oldest ninja in the world, Old Ninja.
Oh shit. Bangarang.
Were you unprepared?
Well, yeah, I don't know if y'all heard that, but
One
it
of my
was
favorite movies.
yeah. Did you hear like the podcast was playing? Like it was a little behind, but the live stream was playing in the background. So I was like, oh shit.
Oh,
No.
that's weird. Yeah,
Okay, as long as y'all didn't hear it, then it's fine.
I
Worked out.
heard nothing.
Here we go. We are back again, another week, fellas. We kind of missed out on last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was 100% my fault. Um,
That wasn't your fault.
no, I mean it was because I was the one that the live
The
stream comes
human.
through the Infinity base through all my equipment, and normally like I don't really get sick very often at all, even before the coronavirus or whatever. But for some reason, last Wednesday, right before I went to go work out, like probably like an hour before, I wasn't feeling well. Felt kind of nauseous, and I figured, oh, I'll just take it easy on the bike, and I, did my bike ride, took it easy, and then the nausea got worse. Then I started getting body aches, and I was just like, fuck. People at work, I was like, hey, I need to just go to sleep and then see. Hopefully, this gets better. I didn't want to eat because I thought I was gonna throw up. So, um, yeah, I basically slept from like 3:30 until like 6:30 maybe, and then I went back to bed at 8:30, and then slept until like 7 something in the morning to take my kid to school. So yeah, and after that I was okay. So it was just like literally like maybe 10 hours of me being like really ill feeling, and I took the coronavirus test and it was negative. So I was like, do I got the Rona? Like what the fuck's going on here? So yeah,
Yeah.
if I could have like started the podcast and like not have maybe thrown up, I would have done it. But yeah, I wasn't very confident on like not throwing up on the podcast.
Well, maybe did you have food poisoning? Perhaps. Usually that's
No,
like a 24-hour bug.
yeah, no, because I fast every day, and I didn't eat until let's see, the night before I stopped eating at like maybe 9 at night, and so I didn't have another thing to eat until I woke up when my daughter got home. I ate at like maybe 7:30. I had like half of a meal for that day, and then I just went back to sleep. So yeah.
Oh, damn.
Oh shit, he's in Israel. This dude is worldwide.
Oh, well, damn. It's probably
I feel
daytime where he's at. It's
I feel
probably afternoon.
like Mr. Worldwide Pitbull.
I think it's almost I think it's around 12 hours, I think.
Mm.
It's 12 hours? I don't even know. I don't
I
even know
think.
Israel is on a map.
I mean, it's in near the middle, well, pretty much it's near the Middle East, sort of in the Middle East. Um yeah, I've been in that similar time zone, so it's either like 13 or 14 hours ahead of us. Something like that,
Mm.
as far as I can remember.
I had
God.
a friend named Israel. Right now it's 5:44 in the morning there.
Oh, so it is early.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah, goddamn.
Damn.
And he
that is
damn,
early.
he's listening to the podcast. Holy shit, that's dedication.
Well, it's
You talking
also
about?
he's on his biological time is like
Mhm.
when
That's
you
true.
travel from like west to east, like your biological clock, it takes like
It's,
a few days for it to like
yeah.
reset correctly. So
When I went to Japan, like when I went to Japan, actually it wasn't that bad when I went there, but on the way when I came back home, my biological clock was way the fuck off. Like I like woke up like at 3 o'clock in the morning and I was just wide awake and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I like drove around for a couple hours.
yeah, east like going east to west isn't so bad. West to east is like it's the worst, the worst.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All
Yeah,
right.
I was
Oh,
like
Ninja,
that.
you
I was like that in Hawaii. We kept waking up at 6 in the morning.
Hawaii. Well,
Yeah,
Hawaii,
because
it's great waking up early in Hawaii because it's just beautiful every time you go outside.
yeah, and I was like, well, the sun is still down now, and I'm awake.
It was cool when I went to Hawaii. Like the hotel we stayed at, like since it was our first time there, or it wasn't because of our first time there, but it's just because we were there, staying there, and they give you a complimentary mai tai. and that was the best Mai Tai I've ever had in my life. I've been chasing that ever since.
When
I
I
haven't
was
been back to
there,
that hotel, but damn, so good.
yeah. When we were there, we had a version of the Mai Tai, but they called it the Tropical Itch, and each drink had a wooden back scratcher in the drink. I still have mine.
How-
Yeah,
That's cool.
you pull it out and you scratch your back with it, and it called the Tropical Itch. It was awesome.
So anybody watching the live stream right now, and you see my camera, it's all kind of white and fucked up. It's because my other camera stopped working like randomly, and I think it might be because of Audacity, but I don't know, or not Audacity, OBS. I like literally updated it, and then all of a sudden it started having issues and stopped working.
Dang.
But let's get back to the game. I'm sidetracking. Kronos, you usually have some stats for us.
That I do. First in the chat would be Patrick, of course, because he's chilling over in Israel on his. He's at an airport there trying to get back home. So hopefully you don't get any crazy like delays or layovers. Hopefully you don't get any Karens on your flight either. That's
Oh
oh
man.
fuck, hold on.
Wait, what? Oh, it's a spider.
Yeah,
Something big.
yeah, it was pretty big.
He's oh shit.
Will it show it? There you go.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
That's
That's
all
pretty
good.
big.
Wow.
Yeah. Be funny if
Welcome,
like
welcome to the Nature Channel.
be
Yeah.
funny if Cronus jumped up and busted out like the Tesla flamethrowers. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Kill it with fire.
Glad I'm moving soon because this is like the third spider I've killed in here today, and it's the same kind of spider. They're just getting bigger and bigger. So yeah, somebody else can deal with that shit. Anyway, we're talking about first in the chat. Listener of the week would be Go Away. So thank you very much, Go Away. We appreciate it.
Great name.
And we will leave you the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, okay. What's that? That Mitch Hedberg said, or one of his lines where he told the audience to fuck off, but he felt bad, so he told him to fuck back on.
Yeah. Mitch Hedberg is the king of the one-liners, man. He's like the best
yeah.
one-liner.
God, it's so sad about that dude, but damn.
Mm.
Every time I think about it, it's like I discovered him too late when I was like, oh, do I need to watch this guy do stand up? And it's like, oh shit, he's dead.
Yeah, when I first heard about Mitch Hedberg was actually like right after he died, and then like I was like somebody introduced me to him, and I listened to like his first couple albums, and then it was like, oh yeah, I was like, where's the rest of his shit? And he's like, oh, he died. I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Yeah,
It's almost like watching let somebody watch anime like Naruto or something like that, and they're like, oh dude, this is my favorite character. It's like, oh yeah, just keep watching. Like Jiraiya. All right, Odin, you should have some RIP, some more liquor pouring out.
Yeah. Yeah. As Prodigy would say, who's still on the run apparently. And then Stitch is brooding out there somewhere. But gonna pour out some of this some old English for our dearly departed. Starting with Tracy Braxton. A lot of folks thought that Tony Braxton had died, but she's the sister of Tony Braxton. Actually, there's multiple of them. There's the Tawanda, Trina, Tamar, and Tony. Uh, Tracy was a singer as well. She released an album, Crash and Burn, which is her solo album, in October 2014. She had a popular single called Last Call, and she also released a second solo album titled On Earth in 2018. She appears on her family's reality show starring all the sisters called The Braxton Family Values. This premiered in 2011. Years later, her and her husband, Surat, joined the third season of Marriage Boot Camp. Some of her acting credits included Sinners Wanted, The Christmas Lottery, and Chaw. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Chaaw. Chaw. That movie is currently in post production and will be her final theatrical appearance. She died due to esophageal cancer. She was 50 years old.
damn, that's sad.
Next up, we have Scott Hall. He was a pioneering wrestler in the World Wrestling Federation before it became the WWE, or the World Wrestling Entertainment. He was a rising star who kind of looked like a heel to Hulk Hogan uh, when he was the Scarface inspired Razor Ramon.
Oh,
He was
that's right.
working. He was working among the WWF's new generation of post Hulkamania stars, and finally as part of the Outsiders tag team with fellow WWF alum Kevin Nash and probably his best friend, most likely, or at least it appears so. I didn't follow. I knew of the guy, but I didn't follow his career that heavily. As Razor Ramon, he had a signature Razor's Edge move, which was a crucifix powerbomb. Before he was a wrestler in the he before he was a wrestler in the ESPN documentary, he talks about a bar fight where he shot and killed a man in self defense.
God
The
damn.
man that he shot was his 37-year-old boss at the bar he worked at. The boss accused him of having an affair with his 19-year-old wife. Uh, he was fast forwarding to
Hold on, that
uh,
sounds scummy all the way around. Like that's the
mhm.
whole story is scum. Like the guy was 37. He had a 19-year-old wife.
And
Huh.
Scott Hall was apparently the boss accused Scott Hall of having an affair with his 19-year-old wife. At the time, Scott Hall was 20. He was in his 20s. I don't remember exactly how far in his 20s he was, but he was in his 20s. But
Damn.
he got off. He got out. He didn't do jail time. He got self defense
I
charge dropped. So
I remember watching WWF because that's what it was when I was a kid. God damn it, tell the Wildlife Federation had them change their name. But uh, that used to be my move. Whenever me and my brother would wrestle, I would always do the razor blade, just grab him up and just to the bed.
that's all bad. So recently, he had been hospitalized and placed on life support after complications from a surgery. His good friend and fellow wrestler, like I talked about, Kevin Nash, said the family intended to take him off life support after his family and loved ones were able to say goodbye one last time. Monday night, this past Monday, he was pronounced dead. He died at the age of 63, having suffered multiple heart attacks after developing a blood clot after a hip replacement surgery.
Yeah, it's a shame.
That's
He was the bad guy. He was like
mhm.
he was one of the most charismatic wrestlers during the fuck. What was that era called?
The Hulkamania or post
No, it was
Hulkamania.
Polk, but no, it was like there's a term for it. I want to say the Attitude Era. Pretty sure it's
Yeah,
Attitude Era.
probably, sure.
Yeah, this is back when I used to watch wrestling like a lot. He was a really cool character. What was cool about Razor Ramon is that this dude would literally go to the fucking hood, like all his gold chains on, and hang out with kids in the hood. Like you can Google it, you can see videos and like pictures of him just hanging out on the stoop in the hood with like a bunch of black kids and like didn't give a fuck. Like he would just hang out with people and like he was um you also see other videos of him like giving like his intercontinental title to the kids and stuff like that to like take pictures with. Like he seemed like a really obviously he had like some demons which, you know, are alluded to through various people, including himself.
Hmm.
But as far as like, you know, he tried to be like the best person he could be. So
Yeah,
he seemed like a pretty decent dude. He definitely, I mean, I think he got inducted into the Hall of Fame like twice. So
Maybe.
yeah, because it was for like his doubles and singles competition. So
Oh yeah, because
a
he
tag team
has
and
been through a
singles.
lot.
Yeah.
I was reading through a bunch of his stuff. I actually had to edit a lot because I'm like, dude, this dude went through a lot of shit. He had a lot of demons. He dealt with a lot of shit, alcohol and drug addiction, and then like being big in like the WCW, and then like reinventing himself in the WWF, and becoming a huge like a huge villain, but it was a villain everyone like appreciated
He's an
and like
anti-hero, man. Yeah.
he was, but everyone loved him for it. Like he was huge. Like I wasn't a huge wrestling fan, especially after Hulkamania, but like I knew he was, but I didn't follow him. But his influence kind of like spread throughout beyond the World Wrestling Federation. So, but he did deal with some stuff. I did not watch the ESPN documentary. I didn't know there was one about him, but there is, and it deals with like his life and the stuff that he did. And he recognizes some of the shit that he did early in his life was kind of fucked up. He was in dark places and he wanted to do better. So, when he came about as Razor Ramon, he was in a different spot. You know, he came out through a lot of stuff and kind of reinvented himself, and it made him a lot of money. So
Oh,
yeah,
it says that he was married to Jessica Hart. I wonder if that's like Bret Hart and what's her name's sister.
Maybe.
maybe.
Yeah. He's made his wrestling family. So yeah, he
Yeah.
he reminded me of like I remember watching like Rick Rude when like early, when I was younger. And then he reminded me of like Rick Rude as like this like braggadocious character, like doing his thing when he came through because he was so fucking cocky. Like he was so fucking cool. Like, he would come through with like a toothpick
Toothpick.
and his
Yeah.
greasy ass hair and his chains and shit. And when I was a kid, I was like, "That's a cool motherfucker right there." Like he seemed so cool when I was a kid. So yeah, it's a shame that he passed away. Nobody makes it through this life alive. Obviously, we're all gonna die someday, and it's a
Mhm.
shame. But
I think it's just a shame that he went out after like a relatively common surgery, a hip replacement. Like I've known people that have multiple hip replacements still
when
out
you
there
get
kicking.
older, and especially if you've been on the sauce,
Yeah, I
at
mean
any point in your life, yeah.
he was 63, so and he developed a blood clot. He probably wasn't. I mean, he was probably in better health than me. Maybe I don't know. I don't do drugs, but I don't used to too.
I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too.
But I used to too.
Mitch Hedberg, right there, bringing it full circle.
Damn, that's pretty
Uh,
tall. He's 6'7".
He's a big dude. Yeah, most
Damn,
wrestlers are big,
yeah.
but
Uh,
when he passed away, he's probably like less than 6'5".
mm,
Because like if you look at most wrestlers as they age they get shorter because of all the impacts on their spine. Like Hulk Hogan is like significantly shorter than he was when he first started wrestling. Like I'm sure I think it's like at least 3 to 4 inches shorter than when he first started wrestling. So
mm.
yeah,
All right. So then, last but not least, is another one which everyone was talking about. This one was kind of talked about for a couple of days. Was William Hurt, Oscar-winning actor who has starred in over 100 film projects. He is most noted in recent films as Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross in the MCU. He won his first Oscar for the film Kiss of the Spider Woman. He went on to be nominated in four more films uh, for an Oscar, that is. He has starred in some very memorable films such as Children of a Lesser God, Broadcast News, The Big Chill, The Village, AI, Artificial Intelligence, Dark City, which I highly recommend everyone watch, and History of Violence in Syriana, not to mention his MCU appearances. He died in his sleep at the age of 71. So he was actually pretty private guy. He didn't like the fact that like people were really into his private life. He preferred to be out of the spotlight when he wasn't on stage or screen. But he's in like a lot of huge movies, and he's a pretty solid actor. So there you go. That's the last
all right. Where do we want to go?
Actually, I want to take the wheel real
Go
quick.
ahead.
So
Hold on. Are you
we're talking about
Jesus?
wrestling.
Jesus,
Yes,
take the
I
wheel.
am. I'm Jesus. So since we were talking about wrestling, I know a couple of weeks ago we talked about the whole Mandela effect with the whole bucket list thing or whatever. Not right. Well, there's a new one that came up. So the whole Mandela effect means that a large population believes in something that is totally wrong, and the one that came up recently is interesting. So my question to you guys: what do you think? What is The Rock's popular catchphrase?
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
one. Which is that or jabronis or he had a
So
few.
If you smell what the Rock is
Uh,
cooking, but yeah,
yeah. Or oh, it doesn't matter what you think.
yeah, that's another one.
so the popular one is people think that he says, "Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?" But yeah, Kronos is right. He actually says, "If you smell what the Rock is cooking," and it's like really weird that
Well,
like
he
the way
says
he says it. If he says like, "If you smell what the Rock is cooking," it's like, wait, that doesn't sound like a really good question. But yeah, a
no,
lot of people think that he says, "Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?"
No, because he talks about poontang pie. So yeah,
yeah. He
Is that what
says
he's talking
both.
about?
He says both actually. He would
No,
say if
so
he would usually close out his show after his big speeches, and he would say, "If you smell if the rock is
I
cooking."
I don't think he
Yeah,
did. On
Yeah,
the
he would say if you smell, and other times he would say when he started show, he would say, "Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?" He would
I
say both.
so I don't think he did. I think it was definitely if when
Uh,
I was watching, because I used to be a huge wrestling fan. If you smell, because it was like he would say something before that, and then it was if you smell what the Rock is cooking. So I forget what he said before that. It's usually like it's usually wherever he was at. He would talk about the city that he was in, and
oh
then he would
yeah,
say, "If you smell what the Rock is cooking," not "Can you
He-
smell what the Rock is cooking?" So
I've heard him say both, especially when he was like wasn't like the feature kind of. Like he would like pop out kind of out of nowhere, and the crowd would go wild. And he would always, when he was in a new city, he'd be like, "Finally, the Rock has come back," and he'd say whatever city he was in. When he was in San Jose at the Shark Tank, he would like finally. He wouldn't say San Jose, he would say the Bay Area, even though he's from here. But it'd be pretty funny. Like the crowd would lose their fucking shit. Wait, where
Yeah,
did I
like if you Google it right now, like even like there's a interview of him recently, like not recently, but like him as like big swole movie actor Dwayne Johnson Rock, and he goes over it and he says, "If you smell what the Rock is cooking," he's like, that was his catchphrase or whatever. But it's like I always thought it was, "Can you smell the Rock is cooking?" And like if you Google it, like a lot of people will say on their like YouTube videos, like it says, can you smell what the Rock is cooking?" But he says, "If you smell," and I'm like, wait, what? Like, what the fuck? My whole life is a lie. Like, the Rock is not. He's from another dimension. God damn it.
yeah,
Candle.
I'm just remembering like watching him live and stuff. It's like, and yeah, I watched him when he was fucking Rocky Maivia. That's
Oh,
like before he was like really big, and people used to hate him. They used to chant "Die Rocky Die" when he came out.
holy shit!
Like that's like how far back I've been watching, like at least him. I watched wrestling like, you know, in the mid '90s as well. But yeah, when he first came out, like they just said Rocky Maivia, and people hated him so much. And then he decided to like change his persona. He basically took his own personal persona and just put it up to like 12, just like Stone Cold Steve Austin did. Because I don't know if y'all knew this, but Stone Cold Steve Austin, he used to be a different, same guy, but he used to wrestle in WCW. I forget what name he used to have, but it was like not to the same sort of like accolades that he has now. The accolades that Stone Cold Steve Austin has now is because he won. I forget, was it King of the Ring or some shit like that? And it was as a Stone Cold Steve Austin persona, and it was actually when
Wait, was this?
Jake the Snake Roberts lost a match. Stone Cold
Uh,
Steve Austin came out and he quoted, because at the time uh, Jake the Snake had become like a born again person, like born again Jesus person. And as like he was doing like his walk of shame, dick in the dirt, Steve Austin walks out and he quotes the Bible. Austin 3:16 says, "I just whooped your ass," and it was just like that right there is what made Steve Austin. And
yeah,
so
wasn't he stunning Steve Austin at one
yes,
point?
and
Okay.
then he
We
changed
see
it just
the superstar, stunning, Stone Cold, and the Ringmaster.
yeah, the Ringmaster is when he was in WCW. I'm pretty sure, or I can remember. But basically, like The Rock and Steve Austin, they both had like a similar thing. They're just like taking their own normal personality and just like upping it to like a different level, and like making it kind of like ridiculous. And
Yeah.
that's how most wrestlers that got really famous, they kind of took those same cues to like make themselves better known in the wrestling world. So yeah, they Steve Austin and The Rock really changed the wrestling business.
Oh yeah, the Ringmaster, Stone Cold Steve Austin, stunning Steve Austin, superstar
Mm.
Steve Austin. God dang, this guy's been married 4 times.
Yeah, it's very rare for celebrities to be married to one person.
Also, I mean, I think he got charged with the domestic violence at some point.
I
Steve Austin
remember
did
that.
because he was married. Was it Sable? Not Sable. He was married to.
Lady Blossom, and Deborah Marshall. These two are
I think it was Deborah, the one that
Queen
he
Deborah. Was that her?
might have slapped up a bit. Might have had domestic violence. Might have been an asshole and like
It's all bad.
yeah. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
he
say
was.
anything positive about that because that's fucking bullshit. Come on, man.
He was arrested and charged. Yeah, what's your Deborah Marshall?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Queen Deborah. She's former WCW.
Yeah, she was a
All
wrestler.
right.
See? Yeah.
Oh, so this guy he has his own beer, Broken Skull IPA.
I'm surprised it's an IPA.
Hmm.
He seems like a Pilsner guy. I'm just saying.
But does he like drink Budweiser's like on the?
Yeah, they
Oh,
used to throw him buds into the
yeah.
crowd, and he'd like crack him open and just pour both of them in his mouth, and then he'd like throw them at people. That shit was hella funny.
Yeah. So anyway, in case you didn't know, I used to be a huge wrestling fan. Not anymore. I mean, I
So
don't watch it
yeah,
that much anymore, but yeah.
so yeah. So The Rock does say if you smell what The Rock is cooking, not can you smell The Rock cooking. So if you believe he said can you smell, you're from a different dimension, and you might want to check your pulse or something. I don't know. All right, where to guys? Should we talk about?
There's a lot of Oh, we
What's
didn't talk
going on
about
here?
this last week.
Oh, he's
'Cause
playing.
it popped-
I know what
Wait,
you're
what?
playing with your shitty camera, but yeah.
Well, no, it's
Oh,
because
that's a better
my
one.
screen is hella bright.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Is that Horizon in the
Of course,
background?
it's Horizon.
Yes, it is.
It's all blurry.
Well, yeah, my camera froze.
Oh, okay.
It didn't like touch it the way it was.
So speaking of games, we didn't talk about this last week, but it happened last week. Was Sony State of Play? There's a bunch of shit that went down. We didn't talk about any about this.
It
Did
was one
anybody
thing that went
watch
down.
all of
It
it?
was one game, wasn't
Wait,
it?
what?
Wasn't
No,
it just one
there's a
game?
No, there's a couple.
Which,
We talked about one. The Capcom game was one of them.
Street Fighter.
No, the dinosaur one. Everyone thought it was gonna be
Oh.
Dino Crisis. Shit, I can't think of the name. It starts with a B. Now,
it looked
doesn't
really,
it?
yeah, that game looked really good. I didn't think that was from the same State of Play that was from Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh yeah, no.
But I could be
apparently it
wrong.
was the same.
I could be
Same
wrong because I've been drinking, but it's okay.
Yeah. I know. Did you see it as well, Blue? I know. Like Cronus posted the link, I believe. Well,
I
actually, when
missed
he
it.
brought it up, I was like, "What the hell is this?" So, let
Exo
me
Primal
get-
is what
I
it's
don't-
called.
There we go. Trying to get the freaking
Yeah,
name.
and it definitely wasn't that because Exo Primal it got announced 2 weeks ago.
Was it the only game I could have sworn it seemed like it was around the same time.
Hogwarts Legacy, I'm pretty sure came out like 6 days ago. So it was a week ago. So yeah, I'm correct here. Come on, man.
The timing seemed kind of funky. It looked like it was part of the state of play. I could have sworn it was on the video, but that's fine. We can talk about both.
Yeah, so
It's fine.
I mean, Exo Primal looks interesting. Don't get me wrong. It basically looks like Anthem the way it should have been, but also they could fuck up just like Anthem did. So
hmm
yeah, it's cool to look like you're Iron Man, but are you going to deliver? Are you going to have good missions? Are you going to have decent gameplay? Are you going to have good loot options, inventory options, shit like that? You got to come out of the gate with a solid game, and not just give us an Anthem-like experience with dinosaurs. So yeah,
Yeah,
This came out
actually. What's up?
If this came out now, I thought I saw this on Amazon or PlayStation Plus this month.
No, the game's not released yet, as far as I can tell.
I downloaded earlier today.
I have no idea what you did.
did you download Ghostwire Tokyo, the pre thing or whatever?
Yeah, I downloaded the trailer or the trial version for Ghost of Tsushima. No?
No. Exo Primal? Is this the name? Yeah, Exo
Oh,
Primal.
the game I downloaded is called Ark Survivor Evolution.
Yeah, see, this is saying state of play March 2022 for PS4 and PS5. I think this is an exclusive. But yeah, I watched the trailer and it did look like Anthem. But then like when you're actually fighting the dinosaurs and stuff, it gave me the what's Dynasty Warriors kind of feel. There's a lot of enemies all at once, and you're just using your mech just to blow through them. So I was like, shit, is this just gonna be like a you get cool fucking mechs, but then it just turns into this hack and slash. Are we gonna get more? Are you able to like form up like Voltron type shit? It looks like it's 4 players, but it was hard to tell through the trailer. It looks cool. The suits look cool, but I mean, they showed like I guess a bunch of raptors that look like cannon fodder, and then like there's a huge T Rex that the player fights, and I think there's one other big monster, and then that was kind of it. It was kind of a quick trailer. I mean, it looks cool. Like Cronus said, it needs to deliver. I think more people were upset that it wasn't a new Dino Crisis, but it is what it is. Hopefully, it's good. Hopefully, it's entertaining. We'll see.
Yeah,
Don't see release date.
I mean, luckily it's it just got announced, so they have plenty of time to like do whatever they want with the game. But definitely don't rush it. Take your time and make an actual good game. I hope that they learn from Anthem's downfall of like not having enough content when it launched and just like terrible game design. But I don't. Hopefully, Capcom won't do that because they've honestly they've been on a good roll with remaking a lot of their games. Obviously, Resident Evil games, especially those are the main ones that they're redoing all of them. So hopefully, they're learning from all those game experiences and making a decent game. Because I remember they used to do Dino Crisis. This seems like a weird mix between Dino Crisis and Anthem. So they could probably deliver. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it says the game is focused on multiplayer co-op, and it looks like it's 4 players based on the stills that are there and like the gameplay that I saw. I mean, it looks fucking cool, but I mean, it could play shit. So we'll see.
I think that's some
Yeah,
of the
see.
gameplay.
So some it's funny. It's funny because some of these look identical to the suits from Anthem. Like especially the big one, like the Colossus style with the shield and the round helmet and stuff, looks almost the same.
It's all
So
just rebranded. They just,
yeah, but I mean, look. So yes, this says this isn't won't be released until 2023. Yeah, no concrete street date, but just sometime next year. So you know,
I'm looking at some gameplay for the mobile the Gundam game. Is this for I don't know, is it? Yeah, it's for the PS4 and PS5. Supposed to be dropping out later this year. It looks like a it looks like an Unreal Engine, like open world, like everybody just fighting against each other. Looks pretty dope. You get to choose like different mechs from the different franchises and stuff, and like bring in like the battle armors and stuff that from the anime. It looks pretty fucking cool. I wonder if they have the Gundam Wing. That was always my favorite. But they have like some of the classics, like they have Gundam 00. They have even some of the bad guys up in here. This looks fucking cool. I can't wait for this to come out. It's like it's an FP yeah, it's a multiplayer game.
and this is a Gundam game.
Yeah, using Gundams. It's
Oh.
it's like Counter-Strike, but with Gundams.
Okay.
Everybody's
I
going around.
was never really was into Gundam. I feel
Really?
like I'm super behind. Yeah, I was more into Robotech than Gundam.
Yeah, I get that. I used to be the same way until I watched. There's a few that I watched though. I think that what was it? Iron Blooded Orphans. That was a really good one to watch. There's been a few other ones too. Iron Blooded Orphans was fucking crazy because it's basically like this. They had some. Well, most of them were children soldiers, and one of them especially was just like he had like no morals whatsoever. Like if somebody said just like shoot this guy, he would just shoot him and just like okay, kill the kids too. I'm like okay, I'll just kill the kids too. Like they give a fuck.
No
So
question
Yeah.
asked.
Okay. So yeah. So I'm literally on PlayStation's like site, and the first thing that's on here was Exo Primo, out in 2023, and then Ghostwire Tokyo. Was that what you got, Blue? Because that apparently that's out in. Maybe you could get it early, but it says March 25th, which is in 2 days.
No, it was an old game from the PS4, so definitely was. It was like it was called Alpha Prime. I can't remember. I could start off on PS5, but
Okay.
it looked like an old game. It didn't look like anything fancy and new on the PS5.
Okay.
And it was free.
This
PlayStation Plus.
So this is another one that I saw people been hyping up, but I'm not a fan of this franchise. Was Stranger of Paradise: The Final Fantasy Origin? Apparently, there's a demo that you can play. This was announced, I guess, at the State of Play. Uh, they talked about Forspoken, but apparently Forspoken got pushed back till next year as well. And oh, Gundam Evolution free to play.
Yeah, that's the one I was just talking about.
Yeah, so I didn't know it was going to be free to play.
First,
Teenage Mutant
yeah.
Ninja Turtles: The Cowabunga Collection. So this will be out later this year.
Wait. What's is that like? Is that all the arcade games? Because that'd be fucking. It actually looks like it. Looks like
Um,
it's a
let's
collection of
double
arcade
see.
game. Even the hopefully is the Nintendo version on here because that game's fucking hard as hell.
Yeah, it looks like the arcade version. Uh,
It's like a Street Fighter version.
Radical Radical Rescue.
It's
Yeah, there's
it's
the
a bunch of
8-bit
games.
team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bunch of old 8-bit stuff
Yeah, it
that's
says
on here.
13 classic arcade games are
That's a
coming to
lot.
yes.
Yeah, they call it the
They take
Cowabunga Collection. That's a lot, but that's cool. 13 games. It's probably gonna be what,
Wait.
$30?
Did it say it was
That's-
gonna be free?
No, I don't think it's gonna be free. I
Yeah,
doubt
I
it.
doubt it'll be free. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you got PlayStation Plus, I want to be on there.
well, it's not gonna drop
Uh,
immediately free.
Yeah.
It's not
it'll
like
probably-
Xbox. Come on.
Yeah, it'll probably be like 6 months later, and then it'll be on PSN Plus.
See, Old Ninja just like he dropped the ball. He could have just
What?
said, because this is how Old Ninja doesn't understand the Xbox experience. Like he could have been like, yeah, because you can get free shit day one on your Game Pass, but once again, you don't get Game Pass.
Wait, what are you talking about? I've had Game Pass for like 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months we had to convince you to fucking get that shit.
Yeah, because you don't get to keep what's on there.
You
It's
don't.
like a rental service.
It's not
I mean,
a re-
yeah, you get to play it. It's like a rental service because once it's off of there, you don't get to keep it. Can't go back to it.
Yes, if you downloaded it, yes you can.
No,
Unless,
you cannot.
yes,
Nope.
you can.
No, you cannot. I have it. There's been games that have been gone off the service. You do not have access to them.
Did you
Once they're
download the
gone-
game
Yes.
and they removed it from your
And
library?
they're gone. Yeah, they're gone. They're off the system.
I
They're
don't
off
think
the
that's how that
platform.
works.
That's how it works. It's completely gone. There's been people complaining, but they tell you ahead of time. They give you like 30 days. Like, hey, this is coming off. You know, you can buy it like for whatever discount they try to give it to you, but it's usually on there for a couple of years, and then they take it off and they bring in something.
You
else.
just said within months that they removed games for you.
No, a couple years, like Destiny being one of them.
But you've only had it for 3 months, so how would you even know?
because I had Destiny already, and they took Destiny off of there.
Well, they took it off, but you already had it. So, bro,
Yeah, so the people that had it on Game Pass, the people I play with, they lost access to the game because it went off.
if you have the game, if you have the game subscription, you should still be able to keep playing it.
You do not. You have to buy the game. I bought the game, so the people that I was playing with, they're like, "Hey, I don't have access to this anymore. It's off of
And
Game
they had-
Pass."
Well, saying it's off of Game Pass and saying if it's, I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. If you download the game from Game Pass, you should get to keep playing it after the game is even off. It's the same thing with PSN Plus. Like, there's games that are on PSN Plus. If you downloaded it, you can play it as long as you have the subscription service, but it goes off of PSN Plus, but you still have the game.
No, doesn't work that way. I know what you're saying, and that's not how it works. It's like a rental service kind of. Once it's off of that,
No,
the Game
it's
Pass
everything
service?
that I'm seeing so far. It's if your subscription expires, then you lose it, but not if it's before that. Like,
no, what they pull off the Game Pass is not there anymore. You have to buy the game. And
yeah, it's
Destiny 2
not on
was-
Game Pass. So you're misunderstanding again what I'm saying. If it's on Game Pass for say 30 days, and you get the game on game, you download the game on Game Pass. Say I want this game on Game Pass. The 30 days is up. You should still have that game.
Yeah, no, didn't work that way. Maybe Destiny was a special case, but so far that is not.
But you
worked
already
for
had
people that
Destiny.
have.
So why would you even do? Okay.
Like I
We-
said, the people
let's
I
just-
played with,
No, you already
they
had the
lost
game.
access. I had the game. People I played with, they did not own the game. They had it on Game Pass. Once it went off of Game Pass, they lost access to the game. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Even though they downloaded it, they couldn't run the game without buying it. So
That's if they do delete it, that's kind of fucked up, especially if you're like still
it
playing a
did. I
game.
mean, a lot of people
It's like,
felt that way, but I mean, doesn't them's be the breaks? I guess. I don't know.
and it,
So it's
is
just
there
kind
different
of.
levels to Game Pass, or is it just
What was
one
that? Say
tier?
that one more. Say that
Is
one
there
more
different
again.
tiers? Is there different tiers to Game Pass on the
I
Xbox?
guess. I guess there's Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate. So
Ultra.
yeah, I mean, I don't. I didn't research the difference between Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate. I just got Ultimate because they gave it to me, which is fine. We'll see what happens in November when my subscription fails, doesn't roll. Back to State of Play.
Just came
The
out.
what? Oh, Gigabash. What is that? I don't even know what this is. There's a Gigabash brings multiplayer. I don't know what this.
Sounds like a fighting game. I think I remember hearing about that, but I don't. It didn't seem like it's something I was into. I gotta look real quick.
Where you're
It's like a
fighting kaiju's, heroes versus
Oh
kaiju's.
yeah, it's like an old school yeah, yeah. It reminds me of I forget the old fucking game.
I know what game you're talking about.
Yeah, with the fucking you had the basically you had Godzilla, you had King Kong and a couple other ones like the lizard
Like,
guy.
how about
Oh,
Rampage?
Like
Rampage.
King of Monsters. Oh,
Yeah, it's like
Rampage.
Rampage. Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
there was a Japanese game where you could play as different monsters, and it was like Street Fighter style, where you're just fucking
that yeah.
fighting another monster throughout the
I think
city.
that was King of Monsters, where you can like
That,
fight each other or something like that. Some.
oh, that game was a lot of fucking fun.
So
Uh,
if the hold on, if Game Pass when it's up, or maybe it's Alternate I'm thinking of, but if Game Pass if it's when it's up you lose the game, and that's pretty lame because with the PSN Plus, like you don't lose the game until your subscription lapses. So that's a
yep,
huge issue.
exactly. It's one of the reasons why I didn't want to get it in the first place. But they gave it to me, so I'm like, fuck it, it's free. It was free at that point until my subscription relapses. So
I think with the PSN, like if you still have it downloaded to your console, it doesn't delete itself. It'll stay on there. Like even if your
yeah, that's what
subscription
you're
has
saying.
expired, it'll stay on there. Yeah, that's weird.
What's this? Oh, this is well, this is funny to me because I don't know if these games suck because there's multiple of these, but I don't watch this anime. I don't think anyone does except for Prodigy, which is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. They have an All Star Battle,
Yeah.
which sure, I guess. Uh, there's this one Trek to Yumi. I didn't see what this one was. Is this like another Hades or something? You go to hell or something? I don't know. Oh, this looks kind of like.
It looks kind of dope. I mean, it's like black and white, and it looks like it. Well, oh
Hmm.
shit! So I'm trying to watch the video. It's asking me for my age, so it's gonna be
That's awesome.
interesting content. Let me show you.
This one was talked about a lot because everyone was like, "Oh my god!" Was Returnal is adding multiplayer? They're called Eternal Ascension. They also it adds co-op and a Tower of Sisyphus mode. I don't know what the Tower of Sisyphus mode is. It's like some kind of. Ooh, no, don't want that. So that ought to be cool. You get Returnal with two people running through. You can. How does that work with two people? You get to revive
What did
each
you call
other.
the new mode?
They said it's a co-op and Tower of Sisyphus.
Sisyphus, yeah.
Was it Sisyphus? Oh, there's a
It's a
Y.
yeah,
There's a
it's a
Y.
mythology thing. But anyway, pushing a rock up the hill and then it comes back
Oh,
down.
okay. Yeah.
Anyway, um, yeah, Cronus, the name comes from the same mythology. Just saying, a little bit of experience there. Yeah, but also they need to like. There's a few things they need to fix. It's cool to have like a co-op in the game. Cool. It's also cool to have like the Tower of Sisyphus. That's also cool. But they need to actually have like some other things in the game that like to make it more playable because there's like so many like rogues like games that are out there right now that have way more like livability things with it that come with passively pausing the game or saving the state of your game if it happens to get updated because that was a huge issue when I was playing. That's why I stopped playing the game because the game would get updated on my PS5 would get updated and I would lose all my progress and that was fucking terrible. And in other modern rogues like games, certain things that you would upgrade to over time you would kind of keep some of the upgrades as you go. There definitely was not enough significant upgrades that stayed with you in Returnal. So that was a huge issue. So I hope that they like fix those things. I'll definitely go back and try to play it. But yeah, that was like super frustrating for me as a player of like
Dude,
going back to like one all the time.
yeah, I heard they added a save kind of feature, but I didn't fully research the game because I didn't
Because you don't
plan
have a
on playing it
PS5,
with the.
bitch. Just say
Yeah,
it.
that too. Yeah, so I don't have a PS5. God dang it! But there's a screenshot of co-op mode, which looks pretty fucking cool because it looks like you can spec yourself out differently than each other. Looks kind of cool. I guess it says that you're tethered, so if you get too far apart, one of you will snap to the other. I'm assuming whoever's farther ahead, you end up getting pulled to the other one. It's kind of
Fuck
like the
the
other
pull
one.
you back.
Yeah, I
Like, oh,
could with this game, the way that this one is. It says if one player is down, there's still hope. The other player has the option to revive them. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that definitely would help. Because I mean, the game is fucking difficult. Like, it's really difficult. So
Yeah, that's
kind of
some kind of cool.
kind of
Oh,
jumping
here's
back
the.
to
Oh, dude, this
jumping back to
tower looks.
Shrek Yomi.
wait,
Holy
Like,
what
go
now?
ahead.
shit!
What do you say?
This
No, I was
tower
gonna say
looks imposing. Oh, sorry.
I was watching some of the gameplay for Trek to Yumi. This game looks fucking sick, dude. It's a black and white like Euro Japan style like you're like a samurai. I don't know the premise of it, but you're going around fucking stabbing people with a sword,
You talking about
and
the
it looks
black and
fucking
white
dope.
game?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the game looks dope.
And yeah, it's like it's some scenes looks like it's a side scroller, but then like others, it's like like not first person perspective, but like you can see your full character or whatever. Not, I guess that's third person. But this shit looks fun, and plus it's a rated M for mature, so there's gonna be a lot of black blood, I guess, because it's black and white. So I'm not sure what color blood is, and is it gray? Would it be gray in the
I
movie?
think it's
But
black. It's black.
man, that's pretty cool. It gives me kind of like because there's like a scene where he's like running to like a field or something, like the ground and stuff is coming up from below. It kind of made me think of I think it was like a scene in God of War where Kratos is running through like the magical realm to go to like different area or whatever. Kind of gave me that vibe, but I don't know. This game looks sick, and plus it uses the Unreal Engine, so
Yeah,
it
it
looks
runs
fucking.
on. Sure. Oh,
It looks like you're watching an old school Japanese movie,
yeah.
basically.
It's what's cool is that in Ghost of Tsushima you can play in black and or they call it Kurosawa mode where it's in black and white. It's pretty
Mm.
awesome. So the last two that they announced, well, actually three, because one of them is missing from this, is the Dio Field Chronicle. This is an RPG. I don't know what this is. And then the Valkyrie Elysium. That's an RPG. It kind of looks like Final Fantasy. Probably. Oh yeah. So Dio
Yeah.
Field is in Square Enix. That's probably another. Yeah, it's a isomeric, top-down RPG, and then Elysium feels a 3D RPG. It looks like Final Fantasy, but I guess it's not. This is supposed to come out sometime this year on both the PS5 and PS4. That's kind of cool. The
They
one
did.
thing that's missing from this list is the Harry Potter game, which
Yeah,
they showed state of play.
it's
That was
because
like a
it was on
20-minute
it
like
was on a
reveal.
different state of play.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
Oh, I didn't know there was multiple ones. I thought there was only one.
No, because there was one 2 weeks ago. Excuse me. And there was
Hmm.
another one last week that was just for basically Harry Potter.
Okay.
So yeah. Well, Hogwarts. We keep saying Harry Potter, but it's really Hogwarts.
Yeah.
So honestly,
The-
can we talk about it now?
yeah, did that
Hogwarts
drop
Legacy.
today
Yeah.
or was it last week?
It was a couple days ago. I mean, like it was last week, like 6 days ago, I think.
Yes.
So
Couple days. Sure.
So Hogwarts Legacy. I, honestly, I didn't know what to think about it. It got announced a few years ago, but COVID happened and everything got pushed back. And honestly, I'm happy that I didn't. I'm happy that I didn't hear shit about the game until now, because I don't want another fucking game that wants to rush their shit out, and all of a sudden the game comes out and then it gets or it's supposed to come out, then gets switched back, and then it's a shitty game. There's so many games that we can talk about that did that, and just take your goddamn time. If you have COVID related delays, I think the world is going to be fine with that. So just take your fucking time, make a good game. Honestly, watching this gameplay demo, it looked amazing. It had way more fucking content than I was prepared for. Way more content. So first of all, not only is this game have a legit Hogwarts, Harry Potter universe storyline, even though it's way before Harry Potter. That's why I'm like, hesitant to say Harry Potter, is because this is in the 1800s, not during Harry Potter's like reign. So it's like way before Harry Potter. But also they had like a character creator. I thought they were going to use like a character from the past from the Harry Potter universe. They're not. You can make your own character that has like certain aspects to them. They have like crafting things. They have multiple storylines with characters. You can gain companions or not. It's free roaming. You can go throughout, Hogwarts. Also go out to like the outlying like towns and cities and shit to like get stuff. You have like cooldown timers to like make potions
Potions.
and shit. Yeah, and, like grow stuff. It looked really fantastic. Like if you're a Harry Potter fan, you should be chomping at the bit to play this game. I told Kamek, I was like, listen, like this game's coming out, and she's like, well, what's coming out for? I'm like, well, all the consoles. She's like, the Switch. I was like, yes, but you don't want to play on the Switch
Yeah.
because like I showed her the trailer and I was like, this is the trailer, but it's on the PS5. So I was like, do we need to buy another PS5? Um, I don't know. So I was like, you can use my PS4 Pro to play it,
Oh,
if you want to get
okay,
the game.
yeah. Yeah, it
So
works.
I don't know if it's gonna be multiplayer or not. If it is, I don't know how they're gonna fit it in the game because there's like a lot of shit already in the game that I've seen, like
Mm.
a lot of content. But yeah, if you're a Harry Potter fan at all, this is like right up your alley. The combat looked really fun with like using your wand to like deflect, spells and also do a bunch of spells, and like they're all spells that we're used to like hearing, the names of. So it seemed very well done for now. So we'll see what it's like when it comes out. So what did y'all think?
Yeah. Yeah, if you can watch it now, it's like 25 minutes. It's like a 25-minute like showcase. There's like a lot that they packed in this game. Because you have to go to school because you're a student, but you also have to solve a mystery of Hogwarts. And Hogwarts is this huge, like, university sized, like, school. And inside the school, there's a bunch of secrets that they want you to find. And they also have puzzles. So they have, like, puzzles for you to unlock bigger areas or more areas within school. I'm like, damn, this is going to take hella people a bunch of time. But then, like, you build um, your own base pretty much. Like the room of requirement becomes like one of your rooms where you can kind of nurture stuff, and then you get your own space that you can like grow your potions or grow. I guess I haven't seen the Fantastic Beast, but you can ride Fantastic Beast. they show they show your character running flying on like a griffin. There's another flying beast. You can raise beasts, so they had this option where you can find some of the animals. If they're hurt or in danger, you can rescue them and then bring them back to your place and then nurse them back to health, and they will either help you in battle, or you can just use them to ride throughout the area. And then there was like you get a broomstick, obviously, so that's basically your fast traveling through the area is on your broomstick. Um,
That's not fast traveling, old ninja. Come on, man.
well,
That's a game
okay,
term.
so you can move through the map faster with a broomstick. There you go, or with a flying beast or
Nimbus, is
whatnot.
that what those are called, or is that just a brand that
I
Harry
think
Potter
Nimbus
had?
is just a brand. I mean, you get a broomstick. They just show like a generic looking one or whatnot, and then you have to like go to class, learn new spells. You can craft. You can buy stuff. You can change the look of your character. As far as outfits, there's like an outfitting store. They put in a lot of stuff in this, so hopefully there's enough content for everyone to be happy with. It didn't look like there's multiplayer. I won't be surprised if they tack it on later, where you're doing like Quidditch matches or something. That'd be cool.
Quidditch just seemed
Um,
like it was going to be in the game, but yeah,
yeah, but I mean, if you're playing against other people, I think that'd be more fun instead of just playing against the NPCs.
You
Um,
know, it'd be like a season pass thing. Like they'll unlock it
oh,
later on for multiplayer purposes.
you never know. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima added multiplayer like months after its release, so you never know.
that was a
Who
huge
knows what
surprise
could happen?
too. Yeah,
Yeah, so you never know. I think it could use multiplayer. I think the biggest thing about the Harry Potter community is that everyone's still like, be in the same kind of like uh they don't call them houses, right? They just call them, what do they call them? Like, if you, is it the House of Gryffindor,
House?
or just like,
What is the house?
no,
yeah, I think that's
no.
fair.
Yeah, they call them houses. Yeah, Slytherin, uh, Ra- Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff. Everyone wants to, get your friends in the same, like,
Yeah, their
clan
houses.
or house. What? Yeah, you want to be in the same house as your friends and try to pull tricks on each other. I mean, people are looking forward to that. But for now, it's single player, but it still looks great. It looks like a 50-hour game, just based off of the 20-minute like um, showcase, because there's a lot of stuff that you can do, and they plan on having a lot of secrets that you're going to be solving. It looks fun. I've already seen people like trying to claim, what, because there's a sorting hat scene that they show. They're like, oh, I already know where I'm going to be going. So people are all like trying to throw vitriol at each other. Don't be in this house. I'm gonna roll up and like, have your face turn into like toads or mushrooms or something. So
I watched
this
some
is
of
going to
the
be, what's up?
watched some of the combat scene. It actually looked pretty fucking dope. Fighting
Yeah,
with the wand.
so they're saying this is supposed to be released during the holiday, which I think is perfect time. So this might be the number one seller.
I don't think it's going to come out during the holidays. I'm going to call it
Really?
Negrodamus. I'm going to say it's going to come out Q2, possibly Q3, 2023.
Really?
Yeah,
Even after? Okay, okay.
Yeah, I can see
Uh,
that happening.
the only thing I'm a little surprised about, you didn't hear anything about this game before they pushed it or whatnot, Crotus? I
yeah, I
heard
did. I
one
heard
thing
about
about
it
this
like
game.
years ago.
Okay, no, but I heard something behind the scenes about their creative director. What's his name? This Levitz guy or Levitz guy? What's his
I don't.
or Levitt?
I have no idea what you're
Troy.
referring to.
So Troy Levitt, he was one of the main director on here, and he was like super controversial. He says some pretty flippant things, and
About what?
uh,
I don't know. I
well,
honestly don't know.
oh, he was supporting the Gamergate like situation thing. He was like uh he had a YouTube channel, and he was dismissing the sexual harassment charges against certain people in the industry and outside the industry, like Nolan Bushnell, for one, who's the co-founder of Atari. He was accused of sexual misconduct. Same thing with Pixar co-founder John Lasseter. They're both accused of sexual harassment. He dismissed them. He kind of doubled down on J.K. Rowling's statements about transgender people, and he said a bunch of like possibly racist stuff, maybe on his YouTube channel. So a lot of people were like, "This guy's kind of a
Well,
piece of
no,
shit."
hold on. You have to. All right. So when you say stuff like that, like, have you actually like seen any of it, or like?
No, it's on YouTube, but I didn't watch. I'm just reading snippets of what people are
Yeah.
not
So
people actually articles have written about, because he left the company. He left the
okay.
company due to social outcry. And he has statements saying that he feels secure about his position and leaving. He said he will explain his reason for leaving
Okay.
in a
Hold on. I'm
video on
gonna stop to
YouTube,
stop you
stuff like that.
right now because if you haven't like, honestly, I have no idea because I haven't read anything about this at all. But if you want to have like a more coherent stance on this, like you should probably like read or watch like what he said. I have no idea because I
Uh,
haven't read any of it or watched any of it, or I have no idea.
okay. I have this one here. I'll just
But
post this
you're
later.
looking
But
it up now,
hmm
like, but you just said it without really knowing like what he said.
Because I was looking at the quote. I just skimmed through the quotes here. I didn't know his exact words, but he was the complaints were that he was dismissive of sexual misconduct,
Okay. I
accused.
mean,
So
but yeah, I mean, honestly, like, you talk about it on the next podcast.
yeah,
But
I'll do
like,
that.
collect all the things together and like, but yeah, like, if you have no idea like what the guy actually said, like, maybe he said something
Yeah,
that
because
was that you have no idea. So, honestly, I have no idea. He could have said something even worse than what you're thinking. I have no idea either. But this is the first time I heard about it.
yeah,
So,
yeah, I didn't go to his YouTube page because I was just like, well, do I really want to watch this dude say this kind of stuff? That's why I didn't want to go. But I can, and then just go through his exact quotes
yeah, I
because
see what he
he's
said.
not directly quoted. Yeah.
It's like, honestly, I have no idea about like what J.K. Rowling said word for word about the
Mm.
anti-transgender things. I know that people call her a turf, but I
Oh
don't know
yeah.
what she said yet. I mean, I'll look it up eventually, but I'm also not gonna like shit all over her because I don't know exactly what she said. So
Okay, that's fair. Fair enough. So we'll put a pin in this.
yeah, just I mean, look it up and
And
then let us
come
know.
back to it next
It
week.
could be some fucked
Yeah,
up shit. So
it could be because he has his own channel. Where's this guy? Well, I'll look it up. Do my research. So I didn't have time to go through all the stuff. But anyway,
all right, so
back to Hogwarts Legacy.
oh well, I mean, pretty much done with that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it seems cool for now. Like it looks like a really cool game. We'll just see
I
if
wonder if
they
somebody's
deliver.
gonna. I wonder if somebody's gonna make a one controller for the PS5. Like, I guess you could probably use like not motion cap. What is it called?
Oh
The
yeah,
PlayStation Eye, or whatever. Have like a
yeah.
one where you can actually do the
You just
move and
keep doing
stuff.
that motion. It's okay, Blue. Nobody's gonna think that you're jacking off on the screen.
Well,
And next to my elf off, I'm like, what's going on over there?
Anyway, Jesus Christ. I'm being ridiculous. I'm sorry. Not really though.
uh,
Come here, fat girl.
I wanted to talk
Yeah.
about actually your thoughts, Blue, on Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West, because you've been playing
Oh
it,
shit,
and I want to know your thoughts on the game.
dude. I mentioned it last week, or not last week, but the previous week. This game is fucking beautiful. Like, just visually, it's like I made it to the ocean. Like, so she starts off on the far east and she's moving west. And I was just out there scouting, like doing jobs to get like materials to build up my pouches and weapons and stuff. And one of the things told me to go to this one area, but once I got there, I was like, oh shit, it's the beach, and just like I don't know, dude, it's such a beautiful game. Like they fixed a lot of the bugs, but then like I stumbled across a few, especially with some of the rendering.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I walked up to a character and his head was missing. Like his head was missing. He was like transparent, or you could see through him. Like you see through his armor. It was really crazy. But I came across some animals too. That the animals weren't there, but all their like breakaway parts were floating in the air, and that was kind of weird. But I mean, it's a game. I knew what kind of animal it was. Eventually, the rendering populated. But yeah. So far, like I got my skill tree up. I'm fucking like dominating at this game right now because I'm like kind of OP walking around because I haven't even gone to my first what's it called? One of the I want to say spirits, but they're not spirits. One of the one of Gaia's parts or whatever, where you
Oh,
have to like
okay.
go
oh,
Yeah.
claim it. So I have to go stop Poseidon or whatever, but I haven't gotten there. I just been doing like this
Hold
game
on,
is
Blue. There are her subordinate functions. Okay.
that's what it is. Yes.
here's all
Fuck.
spirits. All the spirits.
Well, I could because that's what like other like people in the game would think that they are. They think they're fucking like spirits or some shit.
Mhm.
But yeah, like this game has so many fucking side quests. Like I'm stuck on side quests. It's like I'm going from side quest to side quest to side quest, doing little side jobs, fucking scavenging relic areas, looking for viewpoints. There's like crazy amount of backstories that's not like the main story. Like there's this one with the where it looks like a bunch of airplanes have crashed. So you're finding like they're like these black boxes,
Yeah.
and you're like learning the story about like what happened and like how basically how these people fucking die, which is kind of sad. But there's that, and there's like there's turf wars happening. Like I just finished the one with the one that happened in the desert where they were fighting over water, and like one person thought they were sabotaging it, and like Like
Who did you
it was.
choose? The chick or the dude?
I chose a chick.
I chose
Hmm.
I
the
chose
dude.
yeah. The dude I seemed like a dick, but I was like,
He was a
yeah,
dick, but
I
she
don't know.
lied. So yeah.
Yeah, she lied. She lied, but yeah, I felt bad for him. I wasn't expecting it to go the way it went.
Yeah, they
but
both lie.
what,
It's fucked up because you have to choose.
Yeah, I tried
yeah,
not
I
to
chose
choose.
both. Yeah, same here. I chose both of them. But yeah, like overall, this game is it's such a beautiful game to play. Like it's just like it's there's one glitch I realized. So if you're swimming underwater and you use your radar or your focus, and it's funny because you know how like if there's like a plant or something like a material that you can pick up, it has like the little indicator above it to let you know like if it's a rare or
Yeah.
common item or whatever. That item that indication reflects off the bottom of the water, but it shouldn't because you don't need to be able to see it through your echo. So I mean, unless the echo is that advanced where it's like I'm gonna have it bounce off the water, like you can actually see that, which is kind of funny. Or even like when you scan an item, like it reflects off of the top of the water. But it's still pretty cool that they do that. But over that, like man, the gameplay is really well done. I mean, the first game had really good gameplay, and but the story is really cool. But there's one other thing I had. There's oh, I can't think what it was. There was something I was playing and like it just totally like glitched out on me. I think I was in one of the cauldrons and all of a sudden it kicked me out. And I was like, what the hell?
Well, shit. I'm trying to think if that was the one where I instantly died trying to leave the cauldron.
There was
So
one
there was a
cauldron.
cauldron.
So I actually found like cauldron. I think it was Gemini. Like
Oh,
Mhm.
that's the one I was
before. Yeah, it was like before you're supposed to get there, and it was just
in.
like, what am I supposed to do? And you just
Mhm.
climb out, and I climbed out, and then it like had a cutscene, and then I was out, and I was just like, but what the fuck is going on down there? So I went back down there, and I was like, what is down there? So I like, kept looking around, like, okay, this is obviously a bus. I think I went down there like 3 times, and then like later on in the story, it was like, oh, okay, this is part of the story. It actually happened to me like at least 3 different times in the game, till I got to a location to where I wasn't supposed to be yet. That was part of a
Mhm.
different storyline that I had to unlock. So yeah.
Yeah, when I
Yeah,
made it
I
to
thought
the
that's a
when I
little
made it
weird.
when I made it to the beach, I was like, well, there's a toilet like around here. Let me see if I can like go hijack it or hack it. And man, I was not fucking prepared. I was I ran into those fucking guys, the stealthers or whatever, the ones that are fucking invisible.
The stalkers, yeah,
And
those
then
guys are assholes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm like hunting down an owl, and all of a sudden I see like something out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, wait, maybe I was glitching the game. And all of a sudden, like the little warning popped up, and I'm like, what? Like I'm trying to,
Yo, is that the fucking predator? Oh shit, it
yeah,
is.
it's literally just like that. You see like some blurry thing moving in the background. I'm like, what? Wait, what? And I just instantly started running, but I got up to the tall neck, and there's like these fucking gorilla guys that are just instead of throwing shit, they're
Oh
throwing fire.
man, damn!
They
I
were
can't stand those
fucking me up,
things.
dude. They were fucking me, and I was on top of the long neck too, and they were fucking this. I was like, what the heck? What? These motherfuckers got aim, and they were far away from me too, just shocking.
Mhm.
I was like, god damn. But they're kind of easy to take out once I like was able to disable like their tail or whatever. But
Yeah, those things are
overall, this game's great.
those things are assholes. I think those are worse than the Ravagers, the cloaking things, because those things they gang up on you. Like they try to trap you, and then they sling like fiery fucking rocks and shit. They like scream at you, so you're disorientated, and they jump hella far. They close the distance on you when you're not prepared. They're fucking assholes.
One other thing I barely started using is like I've used the rocks before, like use the rocks to kind of like get the animal to go where you're going. But I never thought about using the rocks when the animals fucking not the animals when the robots are coming towards you, like when they're trying to sniff you out and they're about to come through the weeds or whatever where you're at. If you throw the rock off to the side, they'll stop and turn that way, so you're able to
Mhm.
like stay out of the way. Because I've had a bunch of times where a robot comes into like the little shrubbery I'm in, and there's not enough room. So either if I step out, he's gonna see me, or he's gonna bump into me and recognize me. So I had to like I was like, let me just throw a rock and see what happens. And he looks
Uh,
away. I'm like, oh shit, all right.
if they get close to them in the grass, it's murder time. Like it's
Yeah.
murder time. I don't give a fuck if you're goddamn uh what do they call the spine
Oh, slaughter spine.
slaughter spines? Yeah, I'm just like it's murder time. It's time to
Well,
go. So fucking
A lot of times
those
I'm trying
slaughter
to.
spines though are fucking they're no fucking joke. There's one that fucked me up like twice. That is near the coast of San Francisco. I was just
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
dude,
Yep.
like what the fuck? Because it has like the spines, like you have to like basically remove all the spines to like make it even like possible to like kill this thing. Yeah, it's like slaughter spines are assholes. They're way worse than fucking the T
Oh,
Rex
Thunderjaw.
things.
Actually, I had the hardest time with the stupid the tide rippers. So
Oh,
they're basically like prehistoric. The prehistoric like shit. What's the thing that's
plesiosaurs.
called? Yeah. And so
I think
the
it's
thing is, it
plesiosaurs,
has
right?
this plate on its back that spits water at you
Yeah,
when you try to get close, and the water knocks you back, and then you get in this state they call drench state. And I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to get close so I can kill this thing. But you
Wait,
gotta
so you're
blow.
coming and go? You get drenched?
no,
Oh
it
yeah,
fucks
no,
you up. Yeah,
yeah.
the
You
way
gotta
that
break it.
I beat those things is just using, which is rare for me because I don't like using this weapon at all. Is the goddamn electrical like
Oh, the
wire,
cable?
the cable thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
use that
yeah.
and then use like a bunch of like electrical ammo that like fucks it
Oh,
up like constantly.
oh
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I usually stun it, but then when I stun it, I focus on its the disc on its back so that I can get close.
yeah.
Because
Like,
that disc will stop you
well, just use
from
this
getting close.
the sonic fucking arrow. First of all, hold on, real quick.
Oh yeah.
I'm proud of myself that I said plesiosaur and I was 100% correct. That legit
There you
is
go.
what it was off the top of my
That's what
head
it looks like,
after
and
I've
it's
been drinking.
huge.
Yeah, it's gigantic.
Yeah, the thing that it does, that it will try to trap you in a corner and just try to flop itself on you until you're
Yeah.
dead. So it's annoying. You try to roll, it flops. You try to roll the other way, flop. You
But
try to roll
what's
past it,
so
it flops. I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to kill you. Why can't you let me kill you?
Dude,
I
one of
need
my
your
favorite
parts.
weapons is I got a weapon that's a spike, and what's so crazy about it is
Mhm.
that like when you prime it correctly and you throw it onto one of the machines, it just sits there and just fucking drills into them. It tears the armor like crazy. Like I can I can kill a machine like with just two spikes. If
Mhm.
I hit it right, like if I hit one of the weak spots, it'll knock off like any material I need or whatever not. But then it'll just continue drilling. Like I was like, holy, like even when the animal is or not the animal, when the machine is dead, it's still like you can hear it still drilling. It's like holy shit. And then I have like another one that
Wait, are you sure?
explodes. Like
Wait, are you sure it's the spike and not the disc thing that you throw the disc
nah,
in
it's
back to? No.
nah, it's I have a spike that I throw the spike and it just sits there and just drills into the animal or into the machine
Hmm.
until like I think it does for like a good 15 seconds, but it does crazy fucking damage. And if I can aim it right and get it onto something I need like a detachable item, it will break it off
Wait
easily.
until you get further in the game. There's gonna be shit further in the game where you're just like you have to use a significant amount of everything to kill it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you'll make sure you upgrade your healing pouch so you can get your reserves up.
Oh,
And
I'm maxed out on my stuff today.
what did you? This is I've like well obviously I beat the game now, but it got to a point where I had like literally every single time I was in between like fights, I had to use like a large healing potion to make
Hmm.
sure that I had like over health
Oh
going
yeah.
into a fucking skirmish because there's some things in the game I was playing on hard where like they can kill me in like 2 hits, sometimes
Hmm.
one. So yeah,
Even on normal, there's some stuff that will kill you and that'll one shot you. I'm just like, are you serious? Oh, don't sleep on eating, getting foods from different like tribes and places will definitely increase different slots. They'll also give you over health. Some of them will give you like critical hit increase or like more tear damage or like more focus. That they come in handy, especially in one specific mission. It will come in extremely handy, provided that you do it. It's not a main mission. It's like a side mission, but you
Dude,
kind of want to do that one.
one thing I actually had to look up that so one of the materials you need for like upgrading your pouch or your weapon or not, you need like fish skin and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So I was literally sitting on the edge of the water just shooting my fucking arrow into the water and nothing was fucking happening to me. Like I had to look up see how the
oh
hell do
you
I
fucked
catch a
this
goddamn
up,
fish?
yeah.
Yeah. So I had to look it up. I'm like, oh, you just swim up to them and just grab them. I'm like, holy shit.
Hmm.
I
Like,
figured out an accident.
yeah,
I
I
did
know.
I was doing what
because
Blue did.
I killed one with the arrow, and I was like, okay, that's how you do it. But like after that, it was like, okay, no, you have to swim up to him.
I
Yeah,
mean,
no, I was doing what Blue did. Like every time the bow would hit the water, it'd break. I'll be like,
Mhm.
"What the fuck? How
that's
the fuck you killed him?"
that's normal though. I mean, like bullets don't travel very well in water.
Oh yeah, no,
So
no. But I think well, the thing was that I think what Blue is, you like the ponds and stuff where the fish
yeah,
swim near the surface, and you're like, "Oh, this is near the surface. I should be able to pierce it pretty quickly." And no, they just like keep swimming away. I'm like, "What the hell?" It wasn't until like I'm like, "Dude, how do you do this?" And when I swam next to one, there's an icon that says, "Oh, grab like get this scale or
Grab
whatever."
the
I'm like,
salmon.
"What?" Yeah, I was like, "Oh shit, I can grab them!" Like, holy shit, that's
Also,
awesome.
when you're doing a job, just because it's like on the it'll show you on the map where that material you can find it or that animal whatever. It'll show you where you can find it. Most of the time, you can find an animal somewhere else too. So like
Hmm.
I was literally going to like pretty much on the other side of the map to like get salmon or whatever not. But I just happened to like jump into this pond and I was like, oh shit, there's a fish here. And like by the silhouette of the fish, I was like, wait, is this a salmon? And I swam up to it. It was a salmon. I just grabbed it. I was like, oh, achievement completed or whatever. I was
Hmm.
like, okay, you don't have to go where the map tells you to go. If you know exactly where you can find these things, you can find them.
well, it's also like if you do like where it says the job is and you don't find what you need there, it'll automatically find you like the next one. So don't be discouraged if like you're on a job to like upgrade some shit for a certain material, and you don't get it at the one that it tells you to go to because you might have fucked up and you
Yeah.
might not have like gotten the right component, and it'll get you to another location with the same shit. So
Oh,
There was a
oh,
and shit will also respawn. So
yeah.
oh yeah,
Oh, another pro tip. So if you've met the savage or not savages, the salvagers, they also trade. And if you go through their trade towards the bottom, they may actually have what you need. You can just
good
buy it
shit.
from
yeah.
them.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
this
you can just
hold
buy
on.
it flat out.
This is the problem with the game. Though. This is actually I believe a glitch is because and it's still a glitch because what'll happen is like you'll see so when you make a bunch of jobs in the game for like upgraded materials, upgraded weapons and armor, there's like a special symbol that tells you like this is like what's upgradable or whatever. And so sometimes you'll go to like a salvager or a trader or whatever, and it'll have that same symbol there on the list, but it won't tell you exactly which thing on that list is actually the upgrade that you need. Like they need to fucking fix that. Like
Yeah.
because I have no idea. I have to go through. I have to pause the game, go back through like all my shit, and then see like possibly I have like the. I have at any given time I have like 10 different jobs for like different upgradable shit, and
I know.
it's like which one do I need from this person? Like I have no fucking idea.
One other thing I wish they would fix too is that like so say you're equipping some equipment like a bow and arrow or whatever not. I wish it would allow you to compare them. Like you literally have to like look
Oh,
at like you have
You
to
can.
you can. You
no
can
no you
compare.
only you wait you only can do it when you're talking to a person who's selling the equipment. But I'm talking about like if you're looking at your own equipment, you
Uh,
can't compare it to like you can look at one and switch
Oh,
to the other. Like I want to be able to have them both pop up like I'm see them side by side.
just
And then the other thing is
no.
like
Hold on. No, I've done it definitely before because I remember I got something that was legendary, that was definitely not for sale, and I compared it to my old shit. I forgot how I did it though, but it was like it was significantly better. Like the base value of my legendary bow was way better than my upgraded bow that I had.
yeah. I
mean,
think
that's
it. I think
because
it's R2 or triangle, one of those two, where you can like do a
There's a way.
comparison.
Yeah.
and another thing is I wish there was
Beer about.
I wish there was some you know how like with the what are they called you know how like you could add like the buttons or whatever to your equipment to make them better or whatever not I can't remember what they're called
Wait,
like
what?
coils
Oh, the coils?
yeah the coils that's what it is like I wish they don't explain what the numbers are like where it says like two
Oh,
in the body
wait. You mean like in your wait? What?
like
You
yeah
mean the
in your
numbers?
inventory
Yeah.
on the if you look at the coil on the bottom left there's like a number but it doesn't
Yeah. So you know what that number means? It means that you have more than one of them.
okay so I was like dude like what the hell does the two
That
stand
and
for like
yeah,
because I
and
have like
that's
15 different green ones, and they all do the same
the
like
same.
or not
Yeah,
acid,
that means
but they all do
so.
the same level of damage every time I change them. But like one will say two, one will say
Yeah,
one.
no. It just means that you have like the same, and that's why it does that so you can sell them. So if you have multiple coils, you can be like, hey, I don't need one of these. You can sell the old ones.
Yeah,
That's a
like,
carryover from the first game. The first game did the exact same thing. So, but I mean, I'm at the point where I just sold all my green ones. I didn't care how many I had. I just sold them all.
yeah.
So the good one, when you start getting legendary stuff, those are a little more not challenging to get. There's one place I found that sells them for sure. The other one, it sells them, but it uses a different currency. I don't think you're at that point yet, so I'm not going to say what. But when you get there, you will know. You'll be like, God dang,
Well,
it's
it's
definitely a challenge.
recently
But it's
one of
fun.
the glitch I've been running into with the game is that some of the machines they start glitching out and like their heads would start going left to right like hella fast, like and
Oh,
it's like what the fuck?
yeah. So are they alive when that happens or no?
Oh yeah, they're alive.
So I've only seen that when they're dead. I've had that happen when they're dead. They're dead and they start like freaking out, like they're all twitching and stuff. But the head is the most prominent. It goes left, right, and I'm like, what the hell is happening right here? I'm like, is this thing still alive? And I go up to it and I can loot it. I'm like, oh, it's dead, but it looks alive, so it's a little creepy.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, I haven't seen it on a live creature yet, which is weird.
you see
Or
what
a
this is
live
on that.
machine, not a creature, live machine. Wait, what?
Yeah, I was in an area that I should have been in, and yeah, I came across it. I was like, "What the hell?" It head was just twitching from side to side. Even it was actually a few machines were doing that, but it was all the same machines within this area. They were kind of glitching out.
That's kind of creepy. It sounds creepy because when the one that was dead, it was creepy when that happened. Wait, how far are you in the game?
I was just about to check and see where I'm at.
You should look at your percentage. You probably think that you're halfway through the game. Bet you're probably still in like the 20s, maybe 30%. If you are where I think you are, maybe sort of.
Let's see.
Blue's checking his stats live on the chat for those of you on in the future. They're like, "What's happening? What's he doing?"
I'm at 30. I'm at 34.23%.
Oh yeah, 30%.
I've completed seven. I've completed seven main missions, but 15 side quests.
Yeah, this dude, the side quests are the way to go to especially level up. Especially
Yeah.
if you wanna, I call them supers. The game calls them valor. If you want to level up your valor, you want to do those side missions. And
Oh
a
yeah,
lot
for
of the
sure.
side missions, some of them have 3 parts. One of them had like 5. I was like, what the fuck? It's like,
I have
oh,
on here says I have 7 legendary items. What items do I have?
yeah, you can have items for sale. They're just worth a lot, unless you have legendary
That's true.
weapons.
Yeah. No, I don't think I have any legendary weapons yet.
Yeah, well, I know where you can get one. There's 2 missions that I know of that will give you a legendary weapon. I don't know of
I
any other ones.
have a legendary coil that grants me
Like,
luck on blowing shit up.
wait,
I
what?
got a bunch of it's a lot of the like the breathing apparatus, the glider
Oh,
and stuff like that.
yeah,
Those are
those are
legendary
mission.
items.
Yeah, those are mission specific, which you can't sell. Obviously, you need those.
Yeah.
You need that kind of stuff to push forward. But yeah, I mean, I've run into some crazy glitches. It looks like some of them have been fixed, but we'll see. I mean, I'm working on platinuming the game because I got to learn how to play Machine Strike, which I guess is like chess or something. They say
It kind of
like I've. Oh, you have you played it?
I've only played the tutorial that you run into, but it makes you think of what game is that?
Oh,
There's like a it's like a I don't there's a DC version of the game, but basically like your little pieces have like different power sets and different levels and stuff like that. And so like you basically go to different oh god. You basically whenever you fight against somebody, like determine it's almost like Dungeons and Dragons a little bit from
yeah. I heard it was a D and
what I
D game
understand.
within an RPG game.
Yeah. Well, because like the environment, like the terrain that you're playing on has an impact on your character, and like if you hit somebody from behind, like it does more damage than if you were like front facing or side facing. It's like I want to play it just because when I played the tutorial, I was like, wow, this actually sounds kind of fun. Like I'm pretty sure they're gonna make this into like an actual board game or something you could take home and play. But
Possibly.
it's,
So I
it's
skipped
fun.
the tutorial. I never did the tutorial. I have no idea how to play Machine Strike. But in order to platinum the game, you need to beat two people. So I got to learn how to play.
Only two people. Well, that's
Uh,
not that bad.
yeah, you need to beat two people. So and there's a lot of people that play. So,
Hmm.
but each area has a different difficulty of player, I guess.
But
So,
then also like some areas they like as you play you get pieces like chess pieces or whatever. But like
hmm
you can buy other chess pieces, so you can buy like stronger pieces so that
well, you
when you're
can buy
playing,
pieces. What?
yeah, you can buy you can buy them at different like towns or whatever. There's like there'd be
Hmm.
like a specialty person who sells them.
Is
But
there
like
a
yeah, you
special?
can buy them.
Is there a special vendor, or is it just like from anyone that you can trade with?
I came across like three of them so far. I
Hmm.
think every town has one person that you can buy. I think they will usually will play with you, but they also will sell them as well.
Oh, so it's the same person. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yes. So each of the spots that you go to, most of them will have like a a player or a machine strike player, and if you each one, I guess they're supposed to. It tells you their difficulty, so you know going in how good that player will be. So if you beat two of them, it doesn't say what level they are. As long as you beat two, then you'll get the trophy. And there's you got a race too. I don't know if you hit a race track yet.
I passed at it, or I haven't. I found it. I haven't done any of it yet, but I think they did. They have that in the first one too.
No, you
No.
didn't
Able
have
to
to.
race.
Not like that. No, because if when when you did it, like you're trying to. It's like Mad Max on machine machine animals. You're all trying to kill each other, trying to get to the first
Yeah, I
place.
was not prepared the
But
first time I played it. I was just like, wait a minute. Like they're all trying to
yeah,
fuck me up. Like I'm just trying to race,
yeah.
bitch.
I'm
Calm
trying to
down.
race. Yeah, and like people are shooting arrows from behind you. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell? What the hell? But yeah, you
Does
need to
Vin
come
Diesel
in.
show up? He's
It's
also
all
about
bad.
family though.
Yeah.
Family, yeah. You need to win two. You gotta get first place twice to get the trophy. So, I mean, that's good because there's a couple of racing spots.
Actually,
There's
doesn't
more
seem
than
that
one.
bad
Yeah, it's not
to
that
just
bad.
get to beat it twice. Yeah.
You need to come in first place twice, so that's it. You get the trophy.
What is that?
So I'm working on the plat. I got I think two more trophies to go. I just got one today. Even the hunting grounds, because in the first game, in order to get to Meridian and be invited to the Hunters Club, you needed to be all you need to get high marks on every single one. This one you just need to get literally the basic bottom mark on all of them. On each trial at each hunting ground, you need to get the at least the bottom mark, and then you get the trophy. I got it today. I was like, oh shit, that was cool. Only one of them was hard for me because like it you have to use a weapon, and it's a weapon that I never use. I never use it. It's like the high I call it the highlight weapon. It's the one with the disc. I never use that weapon.
Oh, the
So I was like,
shredder.
what the
Well, I didn't.
Yeah,
It's
there you
funny because like when you first get it, like you never have enough ammo for it, so I just didn't
go.
use it. I'm just like, I can fire like a couple of shots and then I'll be out of ammo. So I guess fuck this shit.
Yeah, I'm
I,
just like yeah.
I mean, I'm sure like most of you, like I only use like a certain weapon. I use hunter's bows, the
Yeah.
sharp shots, and the spear. You know,
Oh.
the fucking
Mm,
spear fucks
like
shit up.
mm-hmm. Especially if you start with the sister spear, the ones that you
Yes.
get from the very beginning. That I use that for like a good 40% of the game
Yep.
until I got one. I finally found one that was better.
Same
It
way.
took forever to find one that was better, but it
Yeah,
worked.
I'm looking at, I'm on PlayStation 5 right now, and it says that only 5% of players that play Horizon Zero West or Horizon Forbidden West have gotten platinum.
Yeah,
It was lower before when the game first came out. It was like 0.2%,
Well, yeah, because
but
yeah,
it
I mean
first
the
came
game's
out.
been out for a while now, so people are
Yeah.
unlocking it. But
yeah. I'm down to the last two or three trophies, and I'll have it.
I don't know if I'll platinum it only because there's so much content. I guess I'll have to see like what's on the platinum list.
It's actually if you already beat the game, you're probably closer than you think. You
Probably.
probably
Yeah.
only need like four. If you played Machine Strike, you're probably even one up on me.
I only played Machine Strike once, so I guess.
Oh, I haven't even played it yet. I haven't even done the tutorial.
Oh, it's like in the very beginning of the game.
Yeah, I skipped it. I was like, I'm not doing this. I got machines to kill. I gotta head west. Fuck this machine strike shit. So now I got to go back, learn how to play, so I can get this trophy.
Yeah, just go back
So
to the beginning. And what's
yeah,
really
that's
cool
what I'm
about
gonna
this game is like learning how to like stack damage. Like as you
do.
get like further in the game, stacking damage is like a thing. And I think that's like one of the things I didn't really pay attention to like early on in the game. Like I would just kill shit. It'd take a while, but if you stack damage with like what they're weakest with, man, you can fuck up shit. Like
Hmm.
Yeah.
don't start using normal arrows until like you hit them with some weak shit and then like overcome their defenses, and then you can go out with like the spears and shit and like really fuck them up. But like if you're struggling with the game, like use elemental damage that they're weakest with to like to break their elemental weaknesses, and then use your big guns, and then you can destroy a lot of shit rather quickly that way.
Yeah, listen to Aloy. Aloy will give you.
Yeah.
She'll out loud beat. She'll think out loud, which is basically a hint on how to beat them. She'll be like, "Oh, I should not use these elementals, or I should use this elemental." And like, "Oh, maybe I should do this." I mean, you can always scan, use your focus,
Yeah, definitely.
scan it
I would
until you.
recommend scanning. Even if you're facing a new boss and you might die scanning them, die
Hmm.
scanning them. All right, just
Yeah.
take the L, die scanning them, so the next time you face them, you know what they're weak at, what they're weak and what they're strong with. So, yeah,
Uh,
What's
pro tip.
another good thing is if you can tear off like that machine's weapons and use that
Yes.
shit against them,
oh yeah.
their weapons does so much fucking damage.
What?
Like there's there was one mission where I was able to take off a weapon, and it didn't like it was still there, and so I took it to the next mission.
I
Like
do that
because
shit too.
the story I was playing, it just rolled over. I took it to the next mission. Fuck shit. I mean, they don't last that long. They probably last like probably like a good. It depends on the weapon. It's very short amount of shots, but yeah, you can do some crazy fucking damage.
Yeah, but like if you're on like a boss, like definitely scan them, see what they're weakest at, and then like as you're scanning them, like go left and right to see like what's a detachable device, like what's a detachable weapon. So first see like what they're weakest at, then see what's detachable. Then what you do is you detach the using like a sonic arrow or something like that, or something that has a lot of tear damage. Tear off their weapons first, make sure it falls off. Then after that, go after their weaknesses, like use whatever the weakness is, and then as they're at when you break their weakness, there's like a pause for the enemy. Then run and pick up that fucking weapon and then shoot them. Like it's fucking. You do so much goddamn damage. You'll be amazed.
Yeah. If so, an addendum to what Cronus just said. If you are far away and they'll reel when they lose that um, detachable weapon. And if you're kind of far away, use your smoke bomb. Your smoke bomb will give you cover. It'll confuse them, and they'll lose track of you. So that gives you time to pick up the weapon and use it against you. So if you like keep dying and you're like, I keep trying to pick it up, but it's like hovering. It's like on top of the weapon or very close to it, and it keeps targeting you. Pop smoke bomb, pick up the weapon, and is unleashed. And then, like Cronus also said, scan all your bosses because if you there's a possibility you can miss a trophy if you do not scan.
And even beyond trophies, there's a possibility that you're gonna miss a key item on the
Oh, that too.
boss or the enemy or whatever. If you scan through and like go left and right, there's gonna be it'll say key fucking material.
Yeah.
So if it's a key material, use tear damage to get that off of them. Because well, it's not just that. There's details with it. So if it says key material and it persists when they die, then just kill them. Or if it's key material they have to detach from them, they have to use tear damage. So it's kind of tricky, but you can get through it. I mean, I did.
Yeah.
We all did.
You
Yeah.
kind of jumping back to that whole like where you're buying something from a merchant or whatever, and it doesn't tell you like exactly what the item's for. It just shows you that icon that it's for something. I spent like I was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. I spent hella fucking money, and I knew that it was pointless, but I was like trying to just unlock the item so I could use it for whatever. I bought a lot of fucking sleeping bags.
Why did you do that?
Yeah, you can buy
It-
them
do that.
anywhere.
No. That's so on the map. I mean, on the thing, it had an indicator saying that it was a like a job or whatever that I needed to complete. to be able to do something. And I was like, what? Like, why didn't I buy this? So I kept buying it, and like it wasn't going away. And I was like, fuck this. I like exit out of
You made it a
the
job.
view or whatever. And I went back in there, and it said it was completed. And I was like, are you fucking
Oh,
serious?
wow.
Like, it was. I was buying it for like a clan or something. I
Oh,
don't know what it was for,
Oh,
but
you had
like
to
there was
turn
a
it in.
mission that I wasted a bunch of fucking money on stuff, like a bunch of fucking money.
dude,
It's
you'll
sad.
you'll earn a shit ton of money more than you think, and like sell your junk.
Well, hold on.
It's weird.
Sell your junk, but pay attention to what you're selling. Okay.
Yeah.
So if it
Oh,
says sell for what are they called, shards or whatever? They called shards,
mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're shards, metal
Yeah.
shards.
If it says only sell for shards, then sell it. But if it says sell for shards or something else, then don't fucking sell it.
Oh yeah. So pro tip, I just found this out today. So when you're in your inventory, there's actually no junk uh category.
Water.
You actually have to sort. You have to sort your inventory, and at the bottom will be junk. And I was like, what the hell? Like when you're initially in your inventory, there will not be a junk category. You need to sort. You just hit like the start button, I think, and it'll or square or
Yeah.
something, and it'll sort by rarity. And at the bottom of rarity, it will be junk. So that's like the easiest way. You can just mark and then just sell all at once. That will help you from selling something that is mission critical or like very rare to upgrade versus you selling what you need to. So another pro tip.
Cool.
Yeah.
Overall, game's amazing.
Oh, and blue, you're there now. Do the melee pits. This will help
I haven't
you,
done any of them.
especially. Yeah, you should start sometime soon. Start doing the melee pits because you're at one point you're gonna need it. I didn't think I was gonna need it until like way later in the game. I was like, I'm so glad I did the melee pits when I did. Like, holy shit.
Especially, I mean, like
I've done.
you think it's only good against like humans, but it's also really,
Oh,
it's really good against. Especially there's certain combos that are really good against everything to like get
mm-hmm,
space between them. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I did the
mm-hmm.
tutorial one in the first town you show up in. I did that one because
Yeah,
it was for some reason why, but I finished that one. But I haven't done any other pits.
yeah, dude. Yeah, the tutorial one counts, but you want to do the other ones too because they will show you how to do combos. And like I talked about a couple weeks ago, the combos bleed into the next line. So your last input is actually the first input to like, excuse me, your third line.
yep.
So if you're not getting it, you gotta kind of
Well,
pay attention.
I hope that there's a patch for the melee pits because they
Mm,
there's two of them especially that they are not what they tell you to do is incorrect. It's
mm-hmm.
totally incorrect, and you're gonna be sitting there like me, getting killed or get losing like 15 times in a row because the game literally tells you to do the wrong fucking thing.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't tell you that the combo like bleeds, and it's like it's literally skipping two inputs in some cases.
Yeah,
And you're like you're up here trying to do this. You're like, why is this not doing it? And the animation stops, and you're trying to complete this combo, and you're like, dude, she stopped. Like this doesn't seem right.
I almost did my
And yeah,
controller.
yeah. Oh damn. Yeah, they need to better explain like the end of one combo bleeds into the next combo because if
What
not, you're gonna be super frustrated.
the one I always get frustrated with is when you're doing the combo where you jump on the person and there's a way you do it where you jump back, but then
Mm-hmm.
there's another way where you can jump forward, so you jump over that person.
They
I'm
explain
constantly
it.
jumping forward, like every time, because like if you jump back, you can slow down time and just like bust them out with a bunch of fucking arrows. But if you jump over them, you have to like turn around and shoot them with arrows. So it's like
The melee pits
it's
explain this. Like,
Yeah.
what
yeah,
they explain it, and it's like I just constantly keep just jumping over that person because either you hold the button or you tap it. If you tap it, you jump away from the person. You jump back, but if you hold it, you jump over the person. So it's like,
it's tap and hold that makes you jump back. I know
Yeah.
this especially.
Yeah,
yeah,
I was dying a lot in
I
the
use it a
melee
lot.
pits.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it once you master the jumping back one, you will probably end up using it on everything.
All right,
Even machines.
we need to stop talking about this now because we've been talking about
Yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn
like
for a minute.
Yeah.
Um,
Leave it alone.
I'll keep this sort of short because it's an older game. It came out last year. But Metroid Dread, holy fucking shit, this game is amazing. Like it's if you liked if you're a Metroid fan and you like if Super Metroid is in like your top 5 games of all time or even top 10 of all time, you will love this fucking game. It is so fucking good. It's hard, but it's hard in a way that's like difficult to explain. There's like a lot of difficult bosses in the game, but there are bosses that you can literally beat within 5 minutes. Probably less than that. I mean, I've beaten some bosses within like 2 minutes. But the thing is that they're so fucking hard though. You come off either looking as like a boss ass motherfucker, or looking like a simp and getting killed in like 30 seconds. So, like that's how cool this game is. So I've been really enjoying the game so far. I picked it up like I think last week. Um, it's funny because I got KMac a Switch OLED, and the Switch OLED dock works with the original Switch. And so I put the original Switch dock in my office, and every now and again I'll play it in the living room. And the game, honestly, it's hard, and also it's kind of fucking scary. Like
Hey,
the Emmys are like super fucking terrifying because they can kill you in one shot. If
yeah,
they
but Metroid Prime is pretty scary too.
no, it's not. It's different kind of scary though, because
Okay,
in this
I'll
one,
take
like,
it.
there's things that can kill you in one shot, and when they get you, like, that's if you miss like one button press, it's a wrap. So
Damn.
yeah, it's like and like when you're in like their area, the sound changes and they have like this really creepy music and they make creepy noises and shit, and you have to run from them basically until you find like a certain thing to like kill them, but it's like it's pretty fucked up. But the storyline is really good for a Metroid game. Really well thought out. More than the other games, even more than Metroid Prime. Uh, the gameplay is really amazing. Like all the Metroidvania style upgrades to like unlock shit. I got lost once, to be honest with you. I had to look up something. I'm like, where the fuck do I go with this shit? Um, but the game so far, I can understand why people are saying it's like 10 out of 10. Because like when it comes to like side scrollers, uh, it's a pinnacle. Like seriously, pinnacle of side scrolling.
Yeah, it was nominated for Game of the Year, wasn't it?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Uh, that and Hades. Those are like some of the
Hades is great
Game of
too.
the Year type
Yeah,
stuff
Hades
too.
did win Game of the Year.
Okay. Right on. Ooh,
So yeah, let's wrap it up because we're
sure. Yeah,
yeah
it's getting late.
All right, well,
Um,
with that being said, Carlos, what you got crackling,
right back to
populating this
me.
week?
All right,
Yep.
so we're gonna start packing the house. We packed a little bit. I had my youngest start packing up her toys and stuff and
wait, wait,
boxes.
wait, 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 wait. You sold already?
No,
Okay, just checking.
I didn't. I didn't say that. So we're
Okay, yeah,
packing.
that's why. Okay, I thought I was like kind of excited and sad at the same moment. Sorry,
Well,
I jumped
I'll
the gun.
let me explain for the listeners and also, oh Ninja, is that what we're gonna do is we're gonna move all of our stuff. We're gonna put all our stuff in like temporary storage facility, in a pod. Move all of our shit down to San Diego, and keep it in like a storage facility, and then we're gonna move in with my brother for like a month. And as we're moving in with my brother, they're going to do some minor upgrades to the house with the front yard, backyard, and like painting and shit like that, along with the infinity bits. Because who the fuck would want a black room, unless you're me? I'm just saying, I love it, but they're gonna repaint this and parts of the house and shit like that. Stage it and then sell the house. And also, my mother-in-law is gonna sell. She's selling her house. She's actually further along than we are because all of her shit's already in the pod, and it gets picked up tomorrow. And yeah, so after a month with my brother, the house should be sold within a month, and then we'll have the equity from the house. And my mother-in-law is going to sell our place, and we're going to take all of our equity together, buy a new place, and we're going to hopefully get a place with a guest house, or we're going to buy a place with at least 4 bedrooms, maybe 5, and then build her a guest house in the backyard for her own place, and that'll be our thing going forward. So that's our general plan. So we won't have our own place for at least a month, probably a month and a half. after we actually move. So, yeah.
All right.
But I'm looking forward
That
to it.
clears up. That cleared up a lot because I thought I missed some announcements or a couple steps. I was kind of like freaking out a little bit. I was like, wait a minute. But right on.
Yeah,
You
no,
guys got
because
a plan. It sounds good.
the plan we're trying to do is just to keep because obviously I don't want to have like some gigantic ass mortgage. So that's why I want to get like all of our equity together and then like knock down the actual mortgage amount. I don't because to be honest, we're looking at the place we're gonna buy is probably gonna be over $1 million, but I don't want a fucking $1 million mortgage. So I'm gonna use a VA loan to like get the the lowest um, you know
Interest rate.
interest rate as possible, and then use my equity to like knock it down even further to like for the monthly payments. Um, so yeah, that's the way that we're looking at doing it. Like I don't want to do some weird thing to where like we're trying to buy a house as we're trying to move and not have the the down payment because with a VA loan you don't need a down payment. So yeah, it'll just make shit easier. But yeah, it's kind of complicated. But in the long run, the podcast is gonna keep going. We're gonna keep doing it remotely. Me and Prodigy, we're gonna be much closer together. So you're hopefully gonna see him more often on the podcast if he's not fucking busy working his ass off.
Slave. Toby.
Yeah, but either way, the podcast will keep going. Just the Infinity Base are just gonna move to, SoCal. We'll keep doing it remote, and hopefully during SDCC, you'll be able to see at least me and Prodigy. You'll see me and Prodigy down there, even if we don't get tickets into Comic Con, explicitly or press passes. You'll still see us down there because we will live in the same county.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There's always shit to do outside of the con. Tons of shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any update with I was gonna say the Rescue Rangers, but
Rescue Residents.
yeah.
So we're doing another small fundraiser to get to pay for the tires, the tires and the brakes because that cost like $3,000 to get new tires and new brakes because the place we bought it from, Williams County Sheriff's Department, were not as truthful as they should have been about the condition of the tires and the brakes and the overall condition of the ambulance. So yeah, we had to buy 6 new tires and new brakes. Cost about $6,000. I'm sorry, about $3,000. And we need to do a small fundraiser for that to get it up and running, so we can pay for the repairs have already been done, but just to pay for the repairs. Which I'll put the donation link in the description of the podcast, which should already be there.
I saw a video where somebody converted a ambulance into a camper, and it was like, wow, there's actually a good amount of space, and plus, like these people were able to stand and walk around. It's like, what? That's actually true. An ambulance is pretty tall. Somebody could walk around. Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why we're doing it. I mean, we're also looking at different kinds of ambulances. Like, I think one of the pinnacles that we're looking at is like the Humvee ambulance because those are a thing, which would be really cool for like homeless veterans is like getting an actual Humvee and like having a Humvee ambulance as like your RV home. That'd be really cool. But for right now, we're going to start off with a standard ambulance because Humvee ambulances are kind of hard to come by. But they come up.
More money.
Yeah, well, it's not just more money. It's just like the maintenance on them. I mean, they're diesel, which do last for longer, but the tires are gigantic. They're run flats, and just like we're trying to keep the cost down for the people that are going to eventually get these things. So we want to make sure that they're reliable, that they have keys and easily lockable. Because like Humvee ambulances, they don't really have like lockable things. Like I don't know if y'all knew this, but like Humvees, they don't have a key. Like military Humvees, there's no key.
The hell?
Yeah.
Nope, did not know. First of all, I didn't know there's Humvee ambulances, and I didn't know Humvees didn't have a key. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, Humvees don't have keys. Like traditional military Humvees, they don't have keys. There's a start, stop. There's a whole weird thing, but yeah.
Is it push to start?
No, it's like a little switch thing you have to do.
Crank.
Oh.
No, it's not a crank. It's like it's a switch thing.
Oh my god! If you guys could see Blue right now, that was awesome.
Oh, you got to Fred Flintstone that shit, man. You got to run.
Oh, you got to run. Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh my god.
We're gonna do
All
it.
right,
Yeah.
is that it for you?
Yeah. That's it.
Oh, what you got? Crack laid.
So in 90 minutes, I'm gonna be watching. Well, first I'm gonna watch episode 4 of Star Trek Picard because I have the
Oh
time.
yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to talk about that. I meant to put it on the list. We didn't talk about that or Discovery. We're gonna have to wait till next week. And then the premiere of Halo, the TV series, is also
Mm.
at midnight tonight. So I'm gonna watch that tonight, right after Picard, so I can give my honest opinion next week on the show. I'm cautiously optimistic. I actually don't have like super high hopes for the show. I'm actually kind of mid, keeping my expectations low, and hopefully that the show exceeds them. So we'll see. But tonight, in like 90 minutes, I'm gonna start my journey into the Halo TV series tonight and whatnot. We are getting kind of new furniture, so gonna be rearranging and try to get an 80-inch TV into the living room. So probably gonna do that hopefully this weekend. I'm gonna try to platinum Horizon Forbidden West because I'm pretty close. I think I'm down to, like I said, the last 3 trophies,
Nice.
and it's been kind of warm here in the Bay Area. So I might do a beach day like early. I'm supposed to actually go to Capitola tomorrow for lunch, but we'll see because gas is really expensive here, like super expensive.
Just
So
run,
I don't
bro.
know if
Just run.
I...
Fine.
Actually, I would bike. I got a bike. Probably be easier. But we'll see. But yeah, I'm probably gonna maybe go to the beach sometime this weekend, especially on one of the hotter days. Um, yeah, I think that's it for me.
All right, cool,
Blue,
man.
what you got?
So for myself, last weekend or this past weekend was we did well last week was my son's birthday, so he finally turned 1,
Oh, happy
which was
birthday
fucking
to little
crazy.
Sebby.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how fast that year went and how much he's changed. But yeah, we had a little celebration at a restaurant, but it was fucking crazy because like in California we have it doesn't seem to rain that much anymore. But on the day of my kid's birthday, it it fucking and the place we had it at was at Aviation Rooftop Bar and Grill, and since like the whole plan was for it to be on the patio on the rooftop part because COVID and stuff, so people can social distance whatever not. But it rained that day, so it has to be moved inside. But it was almost like we bought out the bar, so all of the party was indoors and like we have food and drinks and stuff like that. It was really cool. It was really great seeing everybody. Um, like it was mainly like family and like my bachelor party friends. Like everybody from the bachelor party was there.
I didn't even talk to
Um,
Tito and the other bachelor party guy. I forget his name.
and Ben, yeah,
Yeah, Ben. Yeah.
yeah, they kind of were just kind of off to the side, doing their own thing. But like, yeah, it was cool. It was cool to see. Sebastian got to hang out with Storm. Like she's actually been over our house before, and they got to like kind of see each other. The babies they just look at each other like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? But there was like a little part where they kind of were dancing together. Not like dancing together, but they were like kind of in the same area, like wheeling around. It was kind of cute. Um, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. This week, I'm doing yard work. I need to. Our property looks like crap right now, and every time I come home, every time I come home, every time I go outside, I'm like, I need to fucking pull these weeds and this and that. Because every time I want to do it, it will like rain or it's too cold or it's too fucking hot. It's like I don't want to fucking do this shit. But I definitely need to fucking do it.
Hey, it's all good until the city of Hayward gives you a letter telling you to clean your shit up.
Yeah.
Happened to me.
Ooh, yeah, we've gotten those too. It's all bad.
But look at our front yard. There's like it's like we have shrubbery and stuff in the front, so it's not really like grass is overgrown. It's just adding to trim shit back, make it look good again. Um, but I don't know if it's Saturday or Sunday. Some of our bachelor party friends we're gonna hang out and grab some drinks.
Saturday. Pretty sure it's Saturday.
Yeah, yeah. There's a place in Castro Valley called the Marketplace, and they have a winery down in the basement, which is really cool. But they also have like an open bar on the third floor, so hopefully we can hit up that spot because it's pretty fucking peaky up to be honest. They have like a butcher shop on the first floor, and like they have like deer meat and bison and fucking they have all kind of crazy meat up in there. So this place is kind of legit, this little marketplace. But we'll see how it goes. But other than that, just just chilling, maxing, relaxing, doing some b-ball outside of school. But with that said, I don't need to take us out of here. Oh
All
wait,
right.
one thing I want to talk about too. If you logged into your, we didn't talk about this week, but if you logged into your Disney Plus, you're gonna be hit with a little surprise. Disney now has the Marvel franchise on there, and all of those shows are in rating, so you have to
The Netflix
agree.
Marvel shows.
Yeah, the Netflix Marvel show. Yeah,
That's
so
why I had to
yeah,
do the fucking pin number with my daughter.
that's what it's like.
I need to like
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
change
they
that.
have
Yeah.
that mature
Yeah.
content now.
Yeah, you have to choose what kind of profile you want, a mature profile or one for a kid. And I guess the mature one or the adult profile, you have to put in a pin
Well, no, it's
to
kind
do
of
it.
backwards. So I don't know.
Was it the
Maybe
other
I
way?
fucked up. But
Oh.
like, she's definitely put it as a kid's profile.
Hmm.
But for some reason, when I go to her profile now, like she has to put in a pin to get into her profile. Like it's like backwards. I need to change it because I think that like when it's originally like explained to me, it seemed like the other way around, but it's not. So
Yeah,
I
it
gotta
seemed.
fix that.
I did it once and real quick, but yeah, it allows you. It tells you can change it at any time,
Yeah.
which is cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, so everyone's all excited because they think now that Moon Knight, which airs I think next week.
April?
No, it's March 30th. They're thinking that it might be rated MA, but we'll find out next week. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that being said, you just experienced the dankest podcast on the internet. We are Black and Black Times Infinity.
Infinity.
Check us out anywhere and everywhere with Bees and BTI. It's BTHANBTI for your dankness out there. You can see us anywhere on social media pretty much. You can email us at beesandbti@gmail.com. We have a Discord. You can email us, let us know you want to join, and check out our official website, benheadproductions.com/beesandbti.
All right. We are out this